All right, we're with head coach Mike Mendoza, Denim Torgerson, Dayson Torgerson. Coach, just kind of give us a quick recap of the duel up at Chadron State.
Yeah, obviously he's good. Pulled off a win, and ended up. I think the big thing is ended up, not being able to send our 84-pounder out there. But was still able to pull it off. Really, thanks to these two guys, went out and got bonus points, which is huge. Put us in a position to win the duel.
Yeah, that was why I'm glad these two guys showed up, because both your guys' pins early in the duel ended up being the difference in the duel. Dayson, for you, talk about you get a pin early in the match, and come to find out at the very end it's a difference maker. Just talk about your thoughts going into that about that.
Yeah, I knew that we needed bonus points because I knew Jason was probably not gonna we didn't want him really wrestling with his so I talked to coach, and he was like, yeah, if you can get bonus points, we need them big tonight. So just made it more of an emphasis to get the pin and not the tech.
And Denim, same thing for you. You're wrestling the third match of the night, and kind of like your brother, did you know that bonus points were probably going to be a big factor in the end?
Yeah, I did. I knew that Jason, I didn't want him going out there. I knew he was tough enough. He would have done it if the team needed him. And I told him beforehand, I was like, I'm going to pin you. You just sit down. You ain't going to have to worry about going out there.
And then, Coach, you got Adam State. You're back at home this weekend. Kind of talk about the matchup with Adam State. You were a coach there at one point, and Jason Ramster, head coach at Adam State. You and him are good friends. Just talk about that matchup and being back at home.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough duel. We've got different lineup this week, maybe a few different guys, but be a tough duel. I think it's going to come down to maybe the same thing where we can get bonus points. If we can get them, they're going to be important. And different dynamic wrestling, a guy that I used to that I wrestled with in college and then coached with at Adam State, and certainly good friends. And so it's a wrestling match. It's the same every year, so it's good.
And then for you guys, I feel like I ask this every week, but and I don't know if it changes or not. But what's kind of your point of emphasis moving forward with the season, heading into the regional tournament? Is it the conditioning? Is it some technique? Is it a combination? Kind of what's the most important thing you think?
Like right now, it's that time you really have to lock in, focus, because it's coming to an end fast. The season's flew by, it seemed like. And right now, it's like it's dual season. You're wrestling all those guys that you are going to see in the regional. So for me, it's just leaving like a little note on them, like, you don't want to wrestle me at regionals, pretty much. That's what I'm trying to do now.
Yeah, I just want to get the momentum rolling and keep it going into regionals. So I'm excited to wrestle Adams because he'll be wrestling one of the top guys in the nation, and I want to see what I can do with him.
And Coach, for you, I've been meaning to ask this for several weeks now, and even over the months. You have several like volunteer coaches in the room. How important is that to give guys a different look in the room? You still have Bo Pfeiffer, you have assistant coach Kyle Greenwald, you have Jacob Seeley, you have a ton of guys that are able to wrestle in the room. How important is that?
It's been great. We're so thankful for the room that we have. That's the guys that we're able to pull in to help us, to be partners for these guys, to be just coaches for these guys, and just add different things to the program. Like every coach is going to add something a little bit different. And so it's good to have that many guys to just, put into the program, and again, be partners for these guys, coaches for these guys, and just add a different element of, from maybe their background or experience. And so it's been invaluable. It's been awesome, and super appreciative for, those guys, being a part of the program.
Now, Coach, kind of going back to that really close win you guys had against Chadron State, and I guess for all three of you guys, what do those close dual wins tell you about the tenacity of this team?
Yeah, I think when you're out there competing, it's you're just going to wrestle as hard as you can. Let the team score be the team score. You go out there and try and put points on the board. I think there was a little bit added for the that weekend. I think these two guys they're awesome guys. They're the kind of guys that you want in your program that, you know, they have their teammates back. They want to go out there and do their best. And for these guys, it was getting bonus points. So we put ourselves in a position where, you know, we don't have to send our guy out there that that's not 100% and let him rest and get better. And so it's just testament to like the closeness that this team, you know, has. And and a testament to these two guys right here that are just, you know, everything you want in an athlete, those kind of guys that are going to go out there and, you know, do a little bit more to try and help their team out and their teammates out. So, it's what I kind of got and took away from that. It just kind of showed a little bit of that aspect of our team and how close we are.
Finally returning home this weekend. You guys have been on the road for so long now, always wrestling opponents, but you're 7-0 in dual records. Tell me, how important is it being back here in Bronson Arena this weekend and having the home crowd behind you guys in a big duel? For anybody that wants to talk about the importance.
Yeah, it's awesome. We've been traveling a lot. It seems like every other year. Like last year we had so many home duels and that was awesome. But this year it's very scarce. So you take advantage of them. You're excited for them. I think everyone on the team's excited to wrestle at Bronson again. So yeah, it brings more energy. All the freshmen are excited to paint up again and get out there. And so, yeah, I think everyone's just excited to wrestle at Bronson again.
All right, most important question of the day, question of the week. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Flying.
What do you got, Dayson?
Speed, a lot of speed.
Mind reading.
Ooh, that's a new
I think it'd be valuable for coaching. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a new one though. The mind reading's good. Thanks, guys. Good luck this weekend, Coach.
Yep.
Happy birthday.
Yep, thanks.
Happy birthday. I didn't even know that. Hold on. 50, 60.